We love hip hop.
Yes, sir. Let me make sure your audio is sounding good.
Yo, check.
Okay. What's going on, brother?
Nothing much, man. What's going on with you, bro?
I'm here, man. I'm in my studio set up in the crib. Excited to have this conversation.
Sure. Shout out to the whole Toronto.
Yeah. When's the last time you've been to the Six?
Man, it's been a few years, man. But every time I went, I had a great time, man. Love the people there. Shout out to the whole Six side.
Well, I know more times when you've probably been here, you've probably been locked away in a studio. Did you get to see some of the sights? Maybe go to a Blue Jays game or something?
I got to pop out to a bar every now and then. Hit the mall. Tight.
Yeah. Well, listen, I want to introduce you properly for our viewing audience as well as our listening audience, because we are an audio podcast.
For sure.
Okay. We have artist. I don't want to just say rapper. Artist. Producer. Okay, because he made beats. You know what I'm saying? I've been looking through the credits. And writer to a multitude of popular people that you'll probably never know.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We have Quentin Miller, a.k.a. QM, FKA Miller in the motherfucking building.
Had to show the world I ain't playing. Just touchdown back in Japan.
Oh, man. How the hell you find out about that one?
Had to pull that one out the vault right there.
Yes, sir. What's up, everybody?
No, man. Thank you for pulling up and doing this with me, man. It's been a while that we've been talking about making this happen, so I'm really glad that we were able to make this happen. I see you got a new single out. You want to talk about that off top? Let's do that.
What It Takes. Honestly, it was a song that I had just whipped up maybe right before New Year's.
I don't know what you was told. The game was meant to be sold. I told you, know how it go.
Hitboy sent me a pack of beats, and I just whipped it up. And me and my man Spuzz just whipped up the visual. Right now I'm just kind of not trying to overthink stuff. If I make a song that I like, I just want to put a little visual together for it and put it out.
Yeah.
Going with the flow.
I have a narcissistic question to ask you before I get into my list of questions that I have here. How did you find out about us?
Man, the good old algorithm, I guess. But I try to, I guess Toronto has a special place in my heart. So I try to follow some of the pages, Toronto rappers and your page and Six Buzz and stuff like that. So. I try to keep my head in the game,
So you're tapped into the artists and the scene out here then?
I try. I don't want to act like I'm some super aficionado, but, I definitely like to keep my ear out, like I said, Toronto, for obvious reasons, has a special place in my heart. So, definitely. I like to stay tapped in,
Don't worry, I won't put you on the spot and be like, give me a list of your 5 favorite Toronto rappers. People hate that shit. But you are coming back from Japan.
Oh yeah. I was recently in Japan. Yeah.
May I pry what your Japan mission was? Because that's a long trip, bro.
Yeah, I've been tapped in with Ye for a minute. And, we've been working. I really kind of got on board around Vultures 1, and it's just been along for the ride ever since, man. It's been an incredible experience. To get to work with the greatest artists, if not one of the greatest artists of all time. You know what I'm saying? It's been an incredible experience.
Dude, that's huge, right? Working with Kanye, I need to know a couple of things. We need to unpack that for a quick second. One, how did that meeting come to par? And then what's it like being in a writing session with Kanye West for somebody who's known to be very sporadic? You know what I mean?
Yeah. The first person that introduced me to Ye actually was the game, man. Shout out to the game.
Salute.
Like on some random, we was at Chalice and he was in the other room. He was like, you ain't met yet? And I was like, nah. He was like, man, come on. just walk me over there. It was just like that, just super quick. It was just like, hey, yo, you need to tap in. So that was the first guy who introduced me to him. I guess kind of put the bug in his ear. And then shout out to Tracy Mills. He's the last dot connector of the situation. And he, made the phone call and, came through.
So now to the second part of my question, those writing sessions, right? I know Ye's a free thinker. You know what I'm saying? So like, how do you guys get to like, for example, the song that made the album, right? How did those sessions come? Like, how did that work, man?
And I don't like to get too deep into the creative process of people because I don't know what people want to, display and what they want to keep to themselves. But working with Ye has been an incredible like learning experience. Like, man, I learned so much from this guy, man. Like, even down to just how much he'll like keep working on a song until he gets it right. I'm the person I give up on a song after a while. Like, it's taking me too long. Like just little stuff like that, just little details, man. So yeah, man. Shout out to Ye, man. Shout out to Ty Dolla $ign. That's my brother for real. Like, yeah, man. Shout out to those guys, man.
They probably got a hard drive full of shit right now, man.
It's a lot of stuff.
Oh man, I'm hyped to hear that, man. And I mentioned your name, your former rap name, Milla, in the beginning. What made you make the change from Milla to just using your government name?
I never liked that name. That name was given to me. I was riding with the guy that I was signed to at the time, at the label that I was signed to at the time. And, I was like, yo, you should run with it. You should run with it. I didn't really like it, but it was just like, okay, I was young and I'm just trying to, not fight the program, So when I got dropped from my situation, the first thing I dropped was Milla because I didn't want that name anyway, So I just started going by my own name.
Okay. And one thing I noticed, because everybody knows you, Quentin Miller, for being the ghostwriter, you know what I'm saying? But besides your own music, like rapping and stuff, you produce beats. Like I seen you on the production.
I make beats sometimes. I mainly make beats for myself. I haven't got my first production placement on a major artist yet. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I definitely love to make beats, man. I've been making beats since I was 18, 19, but
yeah.
The mic, me being behind the mic was always like the breadwinner for me. But one day I'm gonna get a big ass production placement. Y'all gonna see me, man. It's on the bucket list for sure.
Dude, the song that I was listening to, let me see if I can find it here. I think it was You Knew.
Listen to their opinions too. Had to switch my moves to get my shit improved.
Yeah. I made that beat.
Like I said, fire on that, man.
Myself. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. I need to hear more QM beats. So I need to see that credit or hear a Quentin or something.
For sure. Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's on the way. It's definitely on the bucket list, man. I've been around too many great producers, and I just always wanted to know what it feels like to kind of to get a hit on that side.
No, for sure. No, for sure. And one of the last times that I watched you in an interview that went pretty viral was the Rory and Mal podcast.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Rory and Mal, man. They cool dudes, man.
No, salute to them, man. I actually am an avid listener of their podcast, like twice a week. And that story, the Nicki Minaj story, kind of threw everybody for a spin. Right? Did you get any backlash after that time, or anybody from their camps ever holler at you because of that?
Discover Candy Cans, where quality meets innovation.
With over 24 premium strains, each carefully sealed in our signature cans for maximum freshness. We're redefining the cannabis experience. Trusted Canada-wide for consistency and reliability. We deliver the product you deserve. Elevate your expectations and explore the difference with Canna-Cans. You can find Canna-Cans on Instagram at Canna-Cans_Canada, or you can find them on the Diamond Club page, Diamond Club_Ontario. Make sure to use the code WeLoveHipHop on the way out and get yourself a little discount. Salute to the sponsors. Cheer.
About the Nicki shit?
Yeah.
I just got, I had like some barbs do some memes about me, a few times, But I mean, hey man, Nicki, man, hit my phone, man, because my family loves you. We all love you. Everybody loves Nicki. Come on, man.
I need to know what an attack from the barbs feels like, just so preemptive in case I ever fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, it was just a couple memes, It's just a couple memes, but
they don't try to block your Instagram and different nightmare shit that I heard of.
Man, I ain't trying to speak that to existence. I'm sure they have the ability.
Dox you, all kind of wild.
I don't want no more problems with Nicki. I really would love to work with Nicki one day, for real, man. Like, despite all the bullshit, because she's definitely an iconic artist, and yeah, she's one of the best to ever do it. So I hate the politics of shit, man, that be messing shit up when you really just want to be a fan. I started off a fan of everybody, I love what they contributed to the game, so it's like I don't even want to feel no ways, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't even want that shit.
Hey, listen, I'm feeling it maybe on a way smaller level, just from the media aspect of meeting different people, getting into different, shit, because I talk on microphones every week.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's like, I don't know, you probably are a victim of this, or I don't even want to use the word victim, but the meeting your heroes. Do you ever think about that word, never meet your heroes, or that term, ever meet your heroes sometimes?
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, of course I did.
Yeah, because it's like sorry, you go.
No, I was just saying it crossed my mind before.
Yeah, because like you get to meet so many people that once upon a time were probably just in your earbuds, dog.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely changes things, but I don't know. At this point, I'm I just realized everybody's human, it might look a certain way with the cameras and everything, but at the end of the day, everybody's human, Some people are good, some people are better than others, like
Yeah.
But we're all
and things connect, right? Because like even from that whole bullshit that happened with the Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill, you went to go meet Hitboy, and you now have a song with Hitboy. So was that the start of the relationship or part of the start of the relationship?
Well, Cannon actually plugged me with a Hitboy a while ago on some random shit. Hit had another session in Atlanta, and Cannon kind of connected that dot, and we've been locked in ever since. But yeah, man, I mean, I definitely get what you're saying. Like, a lot of doors open because of that. A lot of doors open because of everything that went on. That's why it's like, man, I don't know. No hard feelings, I guess.
Yeah, one door closes, another one opens, as they say, right?
Yep, for sure.
And one thing I want you to clear up now is that I have you here, right? Because there was a controversy that went around when you mentioned Nas in the interview. People started getting it super misconstrued. And right. I still don't think that people have it correct. So now in 2025, please clean it up for the audience, man.
Shop for your favorite legacy brands and all things Loud. Only Loud provides mail order delivery nationwide and same-day delivery to those in the Ottawa area. Check them out at onlyloud.ca or follow them on their socials, Instagram at onlyloudcanada or on Snapchat onlyloud.ca for more exclusive content. Only Loud is not just a product, it's a lifestyle. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer.
Man, shout out to Nas, man. I feel bad even having to, because I don't even want him to feel like I would ever try to do nothing lame, man.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very low point that I was at in my life at that time. And I didn't want it. It was frustrating that it was looked at as a negative thing that somebody worked with Quentin Miller, man, and especially at that time. But man, I don't even want to stay on. Shout out to Nas, legend.
Nah,
Respect forever. Like if we never speak, we never talk, we never do nothing again. Respect for forever and ever, man, to the legend Nas.
Yeah, but you still work in the industry. And there was this point in time when your name was, I guess, kind of radioactive. So how did you get to integrate back into working in the industry? Because, I feel like you've been able to connect and keep moving around, like,
I think it was just with time. Like you said, it was like a radioactive point, and then there was like a cooling point, and then it was like a point where people were like, okay, well, let's work with them, I guess, like, and that kind of happened just over time, I guess,
Yeah, I think what people started to realize as more think pieces started coming out, that it wasn't a singular thing. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of information started coming out during that time, like what was that, 2015 or whatever. And then I think people were closed-minded, and then as their minds started opening again, maybe some of the artists started saying, you know what? Yeah, let me holler at Quentin, because shit.
Yeah.
Am I wrong about that, or is there some kind of like that? You know what I'm saying?
And it's something kind of like that. I guess everything happens when it's supposed to happen. Like I remember the crazy thing is like, okay, 2021, 2022. I remember I got to pack my shit up. I'm moving back to Georgia. I was living in LA for a couple of years. Mm-hmm. LA kicked my ass financially. And I remember Ty Dolla $ign hit me and was like, yo, like, come to the studio, let's work on something. And I was like, man, I'm done with this shit, man. I'm done with this music shit, man. And then, fast forward, I run into Ty with Ye. And he was just like, yeah, you back working now? And I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. Like, it's like, things can seem a certain way, and then you just never know when doors open up, So, like, yeah, like I said, times in the past when I spoke on things, it's like I may have been in a different place or a different state, but, you never know what doors are going to open. A lot could change in a year, No,
so. For sure. And you talk about a different state. Where are you at now?
Man, after being up and down and up and down and up and down in this shit so many times, I'm at a place now where I'm like, I'm not chasing nothing. Like I take it however life brings it to me, Like, I try not to get too excited on the highs. I try not to get too low on the lows anymore. I just realized that this thing is it's like an ocean, You just got to ride the wave, So I'm just taking what's for me is going to be for me, just like for everybody else, So, man, shit, it's going to come to you, and ain't nothing going to stop you. You can't even stop it yourself,
Yeah. Yeah. And you mentioned like, saying, okay, fuck this shit. I'm not going to do this no more. What does a musicless Quentin Miller look like though, bro?
Man, it was tough at first, and then it's crazy because shit didn't pick up for me until I really was like, all right, fuck it. Like, I'm chilling, but I don't know. It's like reaching a state of just accepting, like, not feeling like FOMO anymore, like, mm-hmm. Except, like, wherever you at is like where you're supposed to be at, And it's like, I guess that's where I was at with it, like,
So you're telling me like not writing doesn't leave a void? Because you're an artist, bro. Like you can rap, dog.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta understand, man. I've been chasing this thing since I was like I officially got in the game, I would say, when I was 18, 19, and I was trying to get in before that. So, I'm 35 years old now, so, after a while, you do find moments where you gotta, find inspiration and keep that spark going, and, especially when things are so rocky, with the accident and just everything else is going on, just trying to keep that, faith or that desire or that fire burning for the music, it's not always the easiest thing, when life is hitting you all kind of ways, so
yeah,
it's definitely been times where, and I rap about it a lot, I try to sing about it a lot. Just those times where it just feels like you don't got shit, it's like I'm super familiar,
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that I can be an inspiration for everybody that, you never know what's going to happen. A lot can change in a year,
No, for sure.
Changed a year for me multiple times.
What do you think that it is, man? Because I feel like anytime I've seen you, and this is the first time I'm having a conversation with you, but from the outside, I've always looked at you as a nice guy, right? What do you think that it is that helps you to move around in these different rooms, man? I want to take a quick second from this episode to introduce you guys to The Gas Station, a new dispensary located at 260 Gary Avenue that prides themselves on having the best smoke products from across the GTA, the best gases, the hottest grabber, and the most exclusive backwoods flavor like Zaza, banana, and chocolate. The Gas Station is a one-stop shop for serious smokers. Repost our promo video on your socials and get a free half quarter on your next visit. Make sure to hit them up at The Gas Station 416 on Instagram, or go check them out at 260 Gary Avenue in Toronto. Salute to The Gas Station. Cheer!
Man, I'd like to think that it's talent. I'd like to think there's that, man. I mean, it's an amazing thing when you can get in the room with, some of your favorite artists in the world and they respect your opinion on, the song,
Mm-hmm.
it's validating, to what it is, so I would like to think it's that. I would like to think it's, what I contribute,
I want to push back on that answer a little bit because there's a lot of talented artists, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be a little bit more than just the talent, man.
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be like, I'm a vibe or, what I'm saying? I don't.
Talk your shit, nigga. It's cool.
I feel like, that's up for, other people to say. But, for me, I know I try to bring, something to the table. I try to bring a perspective to the table. And, it feels great for it to be appreciated, by the ones I appreciate.
I feel it's a teachable moment too, because like there's people who get to meet entertainers and they fuck it up. All right. They act too brand new or like they get too groupie-ish or whatever. And then that person's like, I don't want to have that person around me anymore because it's gonna mess up my creative vibe.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? So like to be able to coexist in rooms with different really big creative minds and know when to be present, when to fall back, like, is that something that you learned over time or something that you always had?
Something, I guess is a little bit of both. I definitely got to practice with it, starting off being around Usher with Sounds, the producer I was signed with. Shout out to Sounds, shout out to Walt, shout out to Rebecca.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely got to practice with that. Definitely got to practice with being around the Dream when I was signed to Tricky. Like this, he was a superstar in my eyes, and still is. So I guess I kind of got that practice, and I don't know. I'm very empathetic, and I could put myself in somebody else's shoes, and I just wouldn't want nobody around me like acting super strange. So I don't know. Try to. Just like I said, man, I try not to get too excited on the highs and too low on the lows. I try to just stay as feet on the ground as possible,
Yeah. I think, and I'm going to talk your shit for you. I think the personality that you have and the empathy that you just mentioned as well really goes a long way when it comes to dealing with like superstars. You know what I'm saying? Because there's always people in their face who always want something. Right? So if you're able to be in the room and be a chill person, a chill vibe, not too much, but not too little, I think that goes a long way and they appreciate that. You know what I mean? Like they can keep that person around cause you got to remember, you're not spending just a half an hour, You're spending hours, days with people, bro.
Yeah.
So
Say it better than me.
yeah, man. No, I think you deserve your flowers when it comes to that. You, as well as a lot of other people who are in the creative process and just in the studio like that. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
I want to broaden the conversation to a few topics that are happening in the scene, and get your opinion on them as somebody who's around the scene.
For sure.
So, okay, I want to start with the case, the Drake case. What are your thoughts on him suing UMG? Because he's gotten a lot of backlash from the hip hop community. The industry, I can't say because like whatever, who cares like what some industry folks say, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the hip hop community has been really pissed, saying, you know, rappers shouldn't be suing for defamation. What are your thoughts?
Man, the whole Drake conversation and just all related with the beef and everything is very, very, it's like just as divisive as the Republican Democrat. Like, soon as you
aim that,
it's like you're on the other side or something, you know. Obviously, you know, it's abnormal, but you know, we've seen people sue corporations before. I don't know, man. I don't want to get caught on that.
I respect it. I respect.
I'm okay.
I respect.
He wins. Who knows?
Yeah. Oh, even with the whole battle, you've probably followed the battle, watching. You know, like who couldn't? You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
When it was happening and everybody was trying to put out music and whatever, were you one of the people that was like, I got some music to drop, I might have to like maneuver because everybody's focusing on this shit?
Hell no.
How did you play it?
Well, we had just dropped Vultures and everything. So Vultures was doing this run and Carnival and everything. So I had a great top of the year, like, you know, being a part of that and, you know, being a part of that with Ty and Ye. And then, you know, then Like That came out and changed the conversation for pretty much the rest of the year.
Yeah, man, it's been a pretty crazy year, dude. Like,
it was.
Even in the top of the year, we're already in 2025. We're getting all kind of crazy shit that's coming down the pipeline. Did you see that Akademiks got banned on Twitch?
Yes, I did. And that's crazy. That's crazy, man. But, you know, he's right back up on YouTube, though. I saw he was streaming on YouTube, so.
Dude.
I'm sure he has other avenues to go to.
Is it possible to get canceled in 2025? Because they're trying to cancel him right now. Crazy.
That's a good question. I mean, yeah.
How does it look though? Like,
how does getting canceled look? Because you could bounce back from canceled, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's some cancelings that's not possible, you know. But
well, if you go to jail, you're kind of out of here. You know what I'm saying? But even not, because like R. Kelly still streams.
He's canceled though. Like he can't be like, oh, I'm bumping. Even though we probably do listen to some Kels, you know what I'm saying? But you can't just out and openly say it because you get flamed up, you know?
Well, can bounce back from this? Because, you know, just the whole thing that it's around when it comes to kids and all that, then that shit gets messy, you know what I'm saying? Is it something that you think he can bounce back from?
Man, we'll see. I guess it depends on if he can stream consistently on a platform, you know, because he always had his own following. So that's why he never really needed to politic or anything like that. So I feel like, yeah, as long as he can reach his audience, then he'll probably be good. That depends on if, you know, his audience stays loyal, you know, through all the bullshit. So,
yeah. I think he has a big enough and a loyal enough audience, like a core audience that's from 2012 or whatever, that he should be okay in the end of the day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I want to circle back just to the Drake conversation, if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. Because a lot of people have always been wondering when it comes to like these records and stuff like that. There's the ones that we know about. Is there any that we don't? So I'll break it down. There's 10 bands, legends, and Know Yourself. What else records that you might have been able to like helped with? I don't want to say pen the whole record.
Big salute to Steamin' Hot Grabba with a variety of different grabba flavors and dispensers. They got red rose grabba, that red herring grabba, and peanut butter. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Steamin' Hot Grabba, and use the code WeLoveHipHop and receive a discount on your order. Again, you can find them on Instagram, Steamin' Hot Grabba. Now let's get back to the show. Cheer.
Yeah, it was definitely a few more on If You're Reading This Is Too Late. It's weird. It's like on some places I was only credited on like 3 songs, and then on some places I was credited on more songs. But yeah, it was more If You're Reading This. But I mean, it was lines here and there, but I mean, I don't know, man. I don't want to keep beating on that drum,
Do you ever still communicate with anybody from over that side or anybody on the team?
Boy Wonders is my dog. Like
he's the connect from the first place.
Yeah, for sure. And that's like the genuine relationship out of the whole thing, so that's still a good friend of mine. I will always be a good friend of mine, man. He's been a blessing to me in my life. So like for life, man, I got a wonderful life. I haven't talked to anybody else on that side, but I feel like one day we will.
I think so too, man. I think one day the connection will be made, because I'm gonna say again, and I might have to title this interview this. I feel like you're a nice guy. Like people shouldn't want to fuck you over. You know what I'm saying? So,
I guess.
Okay, so let me switch gears also for a quick second, because you did have a major accident around that time. Can I get a health update with you and like what's going on, like your mobility, the way you've been able to learn to maneuver with a prosthetic and stuff like that?
I mean, I'm still moving around. I'm still traveling and shit. So, yeah, I mean, it was obviously an adjustment for the first couple of years or so, but now it's like, man, I'm so used to it, like, so I'm still up, I'm still moving around, and yeah, I'm gonna keep doing it till I can't no more.
You ever, get into like conversations or people try to offer you things to like, speak for to kids and stuff like that when it comes to this? You know what I'm saying?
Indirectly, I don't know. I guess I just don't want to be the amputee guy, like I be thinking like that, that is something I can lean into, but I mean, I guess I kind of am that regardless, but I don't know. I guess I'm not at a place where I like want to be speaking at seminars and like talking to kids about it and stuff.
Yeah.
But I have spoke to people before, like in passing, and yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah. What keeps you motivated, man?
Creativity. Like I like looking at the game. Like I like looking at the board and seeing how, okay, like I like to relate it to like in the NBA, niggas start shooting from half court or like, just letting the 3 fly. It's like that. That's how the rap game changes. It's like it evolves. It turns from rappity rap bar to wave to this to that. You know what I'm saying? Like new things come in, the drill comes in, like all this stuff. So I don't know. I guess that keeps me motivated too. Just looking at the board, seeing what people are doing. I get inspired by other artists. It makes me want to like, try my hand at it. Like that's always been what it is for me, for real. Like, even when I was a kid, looking at Bow Wow, crush the scene. I'm like, I can rap. Like, I can rap, man. I want to box, So, I guess, yeah, that's what made it with it for sure.
And you know, from somebody who's like on the inside behind the velvet rope, where do you see the scene going, man?
I mean, that's the thing though, man. It is very, you can't predict this shit at all, man. Like, who would have thought like that rap would be like in Playboy Cardieville from early 2000s Rockefeller Dipset days, you know what I'm saying?
Rappity rap.
Would have known that it would go here, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's the thing. Like, we didn't. It was rebellious when it was Sugar Hill Gang, hip hop, hibbity hibbity. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's always going to be rebellious. So it's like we can never feel like it's going to be this and it should be this, because the moment you think it's that, it's going to turn to that, and that's like the beautiful thing about this game to me. Like it never gets dull. You know.
Mm-hmm. No, it's never a dull moment for real, man. And
Sure.
and you're right about that, man. It is really hard to call it, man. Like, who would have thought for real that, you know, from listening to Beanie Siegel, I feel it in the air.
Come on.
To, you know, with all due respect to Playboy Cardi, he's
and that's one of my favorite artists. Like,
yeah,
like he snaps like a fool, but it's like totally off brand from any trajectory of hip hop that you would have thought before. You know, like took a complete left turn. Like,
yeah.
And it's rap, it's hip hop. It's still hip hop, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I love it, man. I love seeing how the sport evolves, and, you know, trying to see if I can adjust like LeBron, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we shooting from half court now? I bet. Well, we letting it fly then. Like, you know, I used to rap. I used to try my hardest to rap like Jay-Z, you know? And then I remember a girl I was talking to, she just wouldn't stop playing Gucci. And it was like, at first I didn't get it. I was like, nah, man, this is real rap over here. This is real rap. And then I went with her to a party one time, and I'm a Dog came on. And I was like, oh, I'm wrong. I need to change. I need to evolve. And
less words.
Restructure my whole shit. I had to restructure the whole way I thought about it, you know. And I've had to do that about 5-6 times in my lifetime, you know, with this rap shit, you know. So yeah, man, it's a beautiful sport, man. You know, outside of the high school lunchroom beefs, like when you just get to enjoy it.
Yeah, I think the business, when it comes to people like yourself who are artistic and, you know, you just want to make some great music, man, the business kind of makes it salts shit up and it bitters the taste of the game. You know what I'm saying?
It does. The business, the beefs, the constant, oh, now I have to choose between which person I like. It's like, damn, man, I like both of y'all, man. Like, I like all y'all niggas, man. Like, as far as the music shit goes, but, you know, it's a very competitive sport, and niggas want to be number one, and niggas want to be the king. But, yeah, man.
Yeah, that's real talk. Couple more questions I have for you here, man. All right. What would a 35-year-old Quentin Miller tell a 25-year-old Quentin Miller?
Shoot. Stop fucking with them pills.
Talk about it, man.
Nah, for sure. Stop fucking with them pills, man. But, you know, hey, man, it went worse for a lot of other people, you know, so it could have went worse for me, you know.
Yeah.
I lost a little bit of a limb, but, you know, I'm still around. I still get to chase my dreams and shit, you know, so. But, yeah.
So now in these days and times, and I don't want to pry too deep into your, like, personal business, like, is it easy to stay away from substances and stuff like that? Because you're still in the same rooms with, like, all of this, like, it's a lot of shit around.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, it's a little easier for me. I have a warning sign walking around with me 24/7. Yeah, I have discipline in that area now for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Nah, man, I could definitely relate as somebody who's going on 14 years sober, right? From alcohol. Like the hip hop game, alcohol is everywhere. When I go host an event, I couldn't get a comp on anything if I wanted to, but it's just that's just not the move, man. I'm not trying to be behind a jail cell anymore, man. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Congrats on that too, bro.
No, thank you, brother. Thank you.
Sure.
So, as far as we're in the beginning of this year, what's some of the plans that we can know?
Yeah, more singles coming up on the way, and then yeah, more music to come out with people that I'll collaborate with in the future. I would say, I don't, people be feeling away. So
yeah.
More output, musical output for me in any way possible. As far as me on the artist side, like I said, I'm just kind of just putting out songs that I like, trying not to overthink too much at this stage. So definitely more singles for me. And then, yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, man. And last thing I got to say about, because like I'm looking forward to some of the stuff. Like I'm looking forward to your music, but like I understand the weird position that you're in because you probably have so much shit that you're like, yo, I got so much shit that I did, but you can't even talk about it, bro.
I mean,
what is that like, bro? Like that must be freaking like you're in like a like, damn, bro.
I mean, I don't know. I got used to it now. Like I don't even leave posts up on my page anymore. Like I'm kind of used to being quiet, So it's not tough for me, but yeah, I'm definitely excited, man. Definitely looking forward to putting up more historic shit, making more history. I want to try to tap in with Wonder at some point. Shout out to my boy Wonder, man.
Salute. That's my brother from time, as we say over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And listen, the next time that you're in Toronto, we got to do this interview, another interview in person.
Absolutely.
And, right. At this point, now that we have like an interview out of the way, anytime I bring back in recurring guests, it's just to be like, yo, what's going on in this scene? What's going on with you? Like let's just chop it up about shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely, man. Appreciate you even having me, man.
No, thank you for doing this, brother. Quentin Miller in the building.
Yes, sir.
We love hip hop.
If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.